Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you to everyone who has been sharing my videos, commenting, watching, all of that. I really appreciate it, more than you can know. It's really weird for me to be, just sitting in my room talking to myself, but whatever. It is what it is. But I really do, didn't mean to kick the camera, but I really do appreciate all the shares, all the likes, all the comments. It really means a lot to me, so thank you. So I have a few videos planned ahead, but the video I wanted to do today, I was actually nominated by one of my friends on Instagram to do a Pride look. It is Pride Month, so I really wanted to do that in honor of Pride Month. So happy Pride, and let's just get started. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to do my eye makeup and my eyebrows first before I do my face makeup. We are going to be using a lot of colors. I do intend on doing a full rainbow look. So I'm going to just do my eyes first, and then we'll come back and do the rest of this. So yes, let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and prime my eyelids. To do that, I am going to go in with my e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. And again, I'm in the color Tan Sand. So I'm going to go ahead and take that and just put that all over the lid. And then I'm going to blend that out using my Morphe E8 brush. I'm also going to bring that onto my eyebrows, so that my pomade has something to glide over versus just essentially bare skin at this point. So going to do that, and make sure you get into the corner of your eye. I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit more to the inner corner here. And blend that in. Just to give us a nice base for our eyeshadows to adhere to. All right. And now I'm the type of person, I cannot not do my eyebrows before I do eyeshadow. For me, it just helps frame the space that I have to work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows too. So as usual, I'm just gonna go in with my angle brush by the Brow Gal. And I'm just gonna use the spoolie end of this to brush up my eyebrow hairs. And then I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Dark Brown. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and zoom you in just a little bit closer so you can really see. Not that close. All right, just so you can really see what I'm doing. I'm gonna bring my mirror in a little bit closer as well. All right, so again, when I do my eyebrows, I'm going to start just lining them in here underneath first, and then I'm gonna bring it into the front here, and then fill in the rest. So let's go ahead and do that. And then anything that needs to be cleaned up, I'm going to go back in with that same e.l.f. concealer. With a flat concealer brush, I'm going to conceal as well, just to clean up any lines. And then when I come to the front of my brow, I'm just changing the direction that my brush is facing, and I'm using just the tip of that brush just to fill in the front of my brow with small brush-like strokes. And then I'm going to go in with the other brow, and then we're going to clean it up with concealer. All right, so now we're going to go in with a flat concealer brush. I'm going in with my Sigma F70. Looks just like this, just a flat brush. Oh. And then going in with my concealer. Right, and then what I'm going to do, because I'm missing a little bit of the tail, I'm going to take that same angle brush. I'm not going to put any more product on it, but I'm just going to take it in here, bring it back in where there is still a little bit of product here, and just lightly drag it back out. That way I can reestablish the tail to my eyebrow. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side as well. All right, so I'm gonna zoom you back out just a little bit. All right, so before I go in to set my eyebrows, I'm going to just go ahead and go in with the eyeshadow look. I'm also, what I'm gonna do, because we're gonna be working with brighter colors and I wanna ensure that the color actually shows up on top of the e.l.f. concealer on my lids that I'm using as a primer, I'm also gonna go in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk. So it's just a white pencil liner, and I'm just going to put that all over the lid, and I'm going to blend that in with my finger. The reason I like to blend this in with my finger is just so that the product basically like melts under the warmth of my finger, and that way I can get a nice even spread versus trying to do it with the brush. It is a little bit of a tackier product, so it just works well with my finger. All right, so got the base down. All right, so I'm gonna start with my left eye. Move this out of your way. And all right, so I'm gonna be working out of two palettes today. Again, I'm gonna start with my Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette by Morphe. This palette, I really like the reds and purples in here. We also have this really awesome yellow shade down here, which I really like. So we're gonna work out of this for the red, orange, and yellow eye. And then I'm gonna do green, blue, and purple on the other eye. And we're gonna go into the Morphe 35B palette for this. So these are the colors here that I'm gonna be working with. All right, so I am fold this back, a little free to fold it back. All right, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to grab my Morphe, what is this? E17 brush. It's just a small blender, small taper blender brush. And I am going to just start with the red, orange, and yellow eye. I'm trying to decide if I want to actually do red or if I want to go in with pink. Let's do red because I've really been wanting to do this red that's in here. So we're gonna start with Living My Best. That is the red shadow over here. So I'm just gonna take this lightly on my brush and I'm just gonna pack that on the outer corner here. And I do, since my eyelids are hooded, I am gonna bring this up higher than my natural crease so that when I open my eye, you can actually see the eyeshadow above my lid and where the fold is in my eye. So I'm just going to pack that on here like that. And then I'm also going to take that same brush and I'm going to go into the color Hard On, which is the color right next to it. It's kind of like almost like a reddish, corally, I don't know. It's got like a pinkish reddish vibe going on to it. I'm going to tap into that and I'm going to bring that right above here to help blend that out on the top part of my lid. All right, so once I have that product placed up there, I'm going to just wipe my brush off. I have a washcloth on my lap here. I'm just gonna brush that off and I'm just gonna take the same brush and just keep blending this out so we don't have any harsh lines. And I'm also going to slowly just keep building that reddish color out as well. So using that same E17 brush, I'm going to go in the color Feeling Myself, which is this orange color right here. And I'm going to literally just place that right next to the first shade, right in the middle of my eye. And again, I'm going to bring that up above my natural crease, blending it in with that first shade. So we have a nice gradient from red to orange. And then I'm going to go in with the shade, let's see. I'm gonna go into shade My Man right here, which is still like a corally color, but slightly less than Feeling Myself. And again, I'm gonna put that at the top here to blend in with the top. So next I'm going to go in with the color No Joke. And I'm going to bring that into the inner third of my eye. And then again, this is with the same brush. I just wiped it off. And the reason I'm still using the same brush is so that whatever little bit of eyeshadow does remain after I do dust it off, that will help actually with blending the colors together. All right, so my lid is looking nice and blended. And again, because we're doing our makeup last, this outer edge will be cleaned up towards the, all right, so we're gonna move on to the next eye. Again, I'm going to use that same brush, and again, I'm just literally just wiping everything off on this whatever these are called, washcloth. All right, so I'm gonna go in with that 35B palette by Morphe. So these are the colors here. And I'm going to, which way do I wanna do this? I'm gonna do green, blue, purple. So I'm gonna start with purple on the outer, and then go to blue, and then green into the inner corner. I wanna do the brighter purple here. So I'm gonna go in with this color right here. And again, I just dusted off that blue because clearly I'm just so eager to get these colors on. All right, and then I'm just going to, same way I did on the other side, just place that in the outer corner, bring that up over the natural crease of my eye. I don't know why I cannot speak today, but hopefully I'm in frame here. I can't really see what I'm doing, but I do want you to be able to see what I'm doing on the outer corner. Just packing that color in, and I am bringing it in just a little bit more where we're going to place that blue so it gives it something to blend into. For my brow bone, I'm going to go back into the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to go into the color I'm In It up here. This color, it's a white base, but it has like this really pretty purple iridescence to it, kind of like a shift. So I think that'll be really pretty on brow bone. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go in with this Makeup Geek foiled shadow brush, and I'm going to use that to apply. Oh yeah, I like that. Nice purple shift. See, that's fun and festive. And then same for the other side. Awesome. Okay, so before I do my lower lash line, what I want to do is I want to add like another little dimension to the lid. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to apply eyeshadow toppers to each color, and I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Moondust palette. I've had this palette for a while now. I really like this palette, but all of these shadows, they're not pigmented. They're add a nice shimmer to whatever lid or whatever you want to do. You can use them by themselves. You can layer them on top of whatever look you're doing, which is what I'm going to do now. So what I'm going to do is go in with the first color here, which is this kind of pinky color. It's kind of hard to see here. Sorry for blinding you, but it's a pinkish color here. I'm going to go in with that. I'm going to go there with on the center of the orange here. And I'm also going to bring that into the yellow as well. Since there's not really a yellow shimmer here to use, I'm going to do that as well, just to give a little extra dimension. And then I'm going to go into the color Element here, which is the next color over. It's like a pinkish red, and I'm going to apply that to the outer corner on the red shade, and then just blend that in. I really like these. They're fun, almost like a quick, nice glitter element without being too glittery, and less messy. All right, so same for the other side. I'm going to go into the color Magnetic, which is the purple shade in here, and layer that onto the purple and just dot that around. And then I'm gonna start to blend that into the blue, and then I'm just gonna go right into the blue shade as well and put that on the blue color. And then right into the green, which the green is Lightyear. The blue color is called Vega. I'm gonna go right into the green as well. All right, so what I'm using, I'm just using some cotton pads, and I'm gonna go in with the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Water in the green one. This is the mattifying one. You can use this as a makeup remover, which is what I do, or you can also just use this as your cleanser too, which typically isn't really enough for me, but it is nice. So I'm just going to go over my entire face first to get that little bit of fallout. And then since it is mattifying, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it all over my face. I don't have any primer on or anything yet, so nothing's being done over here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna fold it over my finger like this, and then use that to clean up under the eye as well. And then once I figure out where I want the line to go, I just go straight. And now I've created a nice edge here. And then just blend down. I'm gonna do the same on the other side, under the eye, straight back. And now I've got a nice edge here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry. I'm just gonna give one more sweep over my face, because why not? All right, so I'm gonna let that dry. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer and just put that over my face. so that we can go in with the rest of the makeup. So the foundation that I'm going to go in with is, let's see, what do we want to use? I think I'm going to go back in and do my mixture of the e.l.f. Flawless Finish foundation with the, what is this, Maybelline? Yes, Maybelline Fit Me foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that and then apply that to my face. All right, so just mixing up that foundation, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and apply foundation to my face, and I'm gonna blend that in with that Juno & Co. Beauty sponge. And then I'm going to go back in with my e.l.f. concealer and conceal under my eyes. Around my mouth, bridge of my nose, and center of my forehead. And then I'm going to go back in with my, I don't know how to pronounce this, but whatever, I'm just gonna go in with my banana powder. It's the same one I used in my last video. I'll just list it down here, the name of it. So we're just gonna list it because I don't even want to butcher the name. All right, so we're just gonna go in and set the face with our banana powder. And again, I'm just going in with my sponge. I'm baking under my eye because my eyelids do crease, or under eye does crease. And then powder the rest of the face as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just let that sit under my eye. And I'm going to go in with my contour palette. Give me one. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D. And I'm going to go in with these two colors on the end. As you can see, I hit pan on the middle. And I'm gonna go in with my Morphe E3 brush. This is the infamous dirty brush. I promise I'm going to clean it by next video. It's just been a couple days since I've cleaned it, so I just go in and sculpt the face. All right, right, so I'm going to go back into my banana powder with the flat side of my sponge, and I'm going to carve out the contour in my cheek. All right, and that I am gonna let sit for a minute. All right, so while that is sitting, I'm gonna go in with my brow gel. I'm gonna go in with the brow gel. It's the same company that I use the angle brush for, and I'm just going to go in. It's just a spoolie here and brush through my brows to set them. You can also use clear mascara, which is typically what I use, but I just received this from my sister-in-law. She gave me a huge box of makeup, so thanks, Crystal. And then I was telling her I was like super excited for the brow gel, because usually I just go in with the Maybelline Great Lash Clear Mascara, which works really well, but I've been out of it for a while. I've been like scraping the bottom. So I saw this in there and I got really excited. All right, so set the brows in place. All right, so I'm going to go back in with my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to go ahead and start doing the under eye. So what I'm gonna do is, because it is Pride and we love rainbows and we love our Pride family, and I want full rainbows on my eyes. And I was talking to, so I'm like now just catching up on finishing the rest of my makeup. I'm having a day and I'm having all kinds of technical issues today. So I just had the AT&T guy here fixing my internet. Anyway, so in the process, I sent a picture of what I have going on in the eyes right now to my friends Chelsea and Jenny. And Chelsea suggested that I do opposite colors on the lower lashes. So that will create full rainbows on both eyes, so I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So for this eye, I'm going to mimic these shadows here and put them on the lower lash line, and vice versa for the other eye. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully it looks good. In my head it looks good, and we're going to go with that. But I am going to go in with a smaller brush here. I'm going to go in with the M431 brush. It's a pencil brush. It's already had pink shadow on it from another look. I just haven't wiped it off, but since we're going in with red, it doesn't matter right now. Obviously, these are my own makeup brushes. I'm not using these dirty ass brushes on someone else, so don't clock me for this. But we're just going to go ahead and run this shadow, and I'm going in with Living My Best Life on the lower lash line here. And I'm going to bring it into about the center, and then that's where I'm going to blend in the orange shadows. So just bringing it down. And again, I'm just lightly tapping into the shadow just to build it slowly. I don't want to go in with too much color at once, because that's just going to be harder for us to work with. And again, notice where I'm holding my brush. I am holding it at the far end, so I'm not putting so much pressure, because if I'm holding it down here like I'm actually writing, it's going to put too much pressure, and it's just gonna, you have less control that way. So and then I'm just going to blend it down to kind of smoke it out a little bit. All right, Then I'm gonna go in with Feeling Myself, which was the orange color we used. And then I'm going to run that along the center here. And almost to the inner portion of our eye. And then blending that in with Living My Best. And just smoking it out at the bottom a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to wipe my brush off and we're gonna go in with No Joke right in the inner corner. And just connect it with the green. And because yellow helps make green, it's going to blend in nicely with the green and it's not gonna look crazy. All right, so we have a full rainbow on one eye. All right, so now I'm gonna dip back into the 35B palette and repeat the process on the other eye with the purple, blue, and green. We have complete rainbow eyes. I'm really excited. All right, so next I'm going to keep kicking my base, sorry. All right, so I'm gonna go in with eyeliner. I was thinking about doing a wing, but I think I'm going to skip it. What I am gonna do is I am gonna line my top lash line so that my lash band will blend in with the eyeliner, but I'm not gonna do a wing. I want this to just have its own moment. So I'm just gonna take my liner and just a thin line over the top, just to kind of thicken the lash line, basically. The lashes I'm gonna be using have a thicker band on them. So that's why I really want this. I don't want there to be any gaps in between my natural lashes and the actual lash band in the lashes. All right, really, literally that's all I'm doing. And then I'm same on the other side. All right, so line that up now. And then before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face. Just gonna grab my blush. Again, I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Wheel. I promise I have more blush than this. This is just what's in front of me and it's my video, so I'm gonna do what I want. All right, so I am actually going to go in with the color Deco here. It's a nice, I don't know if you can really pick up, there we go. Sorta, getting a little bit closer. It's a nice bright corally pinky color. It's nice and bright and I think it'll complement this look nicely. So I'm just gonna dip into that with using my Morphe Y11. Get that on my brush. Just going to tap it off and then just swirl it on my cheeks. And I like that this isn't like a super pigmented blush because I don't like super pigmented blushes. I just don't. I like to be able to build my blush, so that's what I am doing. The last thing I want is to just go in and have just straight color on my cheeks. That's not cool. Off and then I just like to put a little bit across my nose, not too much, nothing crazy. All right. All right, so I'm gonna go back in with my Morphe E52 and I'm just gonna go ahead and dust this off. All right, so now our contour is nice and lined, nothing crazy. And then we can just bounce this, barely even wet anymore, but whatever. It works still to help blend out those lines. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with mascara and then I am going to apply my lashes off camera and then we are going to finish the face here. Give me just a moment. All right, going in with my Ardell 113s, these wispy beauties. I'm gonna go in with those instead. Oh, wrecked. Okay, so the lashes are on. And then right now I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face too. So for my all over highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the Hourglass Ambient Light Palette. And for that, I'm going to go in with my Morphe E48 brush. Looks just like this, little small one. And this is what the colors look like. Try to get in a little closer here. My light might be a little bit too bright. Let me turn it down some so you can try and see. Does that help at all? Not really. All right, whatever. We're just gonna turn this back up then. Yeah, whatever. All right, so I'm literally just gonna swirl into it, tap a little bit off, apply to the center of my forehead, just to bring some light there onto my chin. I'm going to bring it around where we had that bake. And I'm also going to bring that onto the center of my face. Now this is just for an all over like ambient radiant glow. And then for my actual highlighter, I am going to go in with my Anastasia Moonchild palette. All right, Moonchild glow kit. And I am going to go in with my Y14 brush here, so tapered brush. And I am going to go in with the color Purple Horse. I think that would actually accent what we put into our brow bone. And this has a really nice iridescence. So all of these highlighters have they're all iridescent in a way. And there's a Blue Ice and it's a white with like a blue shift. There's Star, which is more of like a silvery shift. The Purple Horse is what we're putting on today. It has that nice purple shift. Pink Heart has a pink. Lucky Clover is, you guessed it, green. And then we have Blue Moon, which is more of a bluish tint. But we're going to go in with Purple Horseshoe for that iridescent purple. All right, and then I'm also going to take that onto the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. I'm just going to do that with my pinky here, right on the tip. You can kind of see. And then down the center as well. And then I'm gonna take that same brush and just up and down to blend that out so it's not just a highlighter circle on my nose. I'm also going to take that shadow or that highlighter. I'm going to go in with a Morphe Y22. It's just another small pencil. And I'm going to put that in my inner corner here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and set my face with my makeup setting spray. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with my setting spray. I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Give it a nice shake here. And then all right, and then this too, with all the baking that we did, it's just gonna help set that in place so we don't have that powdery, cakey look on our face. I'm just going to fan myself to dry it, and then I'm actually gonna go back in behind it with my beauty sponge and tap it in, and then I'm going to apply my mascara on my lower lash line. And then for my mascara, same thing I used on the top, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara. This is honestly just a really good mascara, regardless of it being foundation. I mean, drugstore, whatever. You get what I'm saying. It's really good It's a really good mascara, regardless of it being drugstore. All right, so mascara is on. So I'm going to go in with the lips now. So I'm going to be going in with 3 things right now. Actually make that 4 because my lips are a little bit chapped right now. So I'm gonna go in with this Smith's Minted Rose Lip Balm. I really like this, and it smells like roses and mint. It's really good. Just a little bit. All right, so don't want that too greasy, but also don't want my dry lips interfering with my lip liner. So I'm going to be going in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in Phone Call. And this is like a, kind of like a magenta, reddish, pinkish color. So I'm gonna go in with that. And then the lipstick I'm gonna be going in with is the Urban Decay Big Bang Metallized. And it is this really gorgeous hot pink lipstick, and it's got a glitter reflect. And then on top of that, I'm thinking about going in with my Dior, what color is this? Ultra Gloss in the number 765, and it's just a pink glitter gloss. So we're gonna do that. Right, and that is the finished look. Obviously you can go in with any color lipstick. You can just simply do a nude. Pick any color, obviously is going to go with this. I went for the pink. I like never wear pink lipstick. I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't look bad on me, but it's just not mine go-to. But I thought it would look really good to complement this look. So yeah, this is our Pride look. So I'm gonna just zoom in right here.